Hello everybody and welcome along to Look But You Cannot Buy, featuring Manchester United in their hope for January transfer targets. Sorry, no can do. United, we're going to have to wait till the summer. We have news on possibles for the summer now. Updates on Mason Greenwood. Palestria's gone. Dangora's been talking. Callum Wilson, are you joking me? Seriously, did anyone think that was going to happen? This is Forever United TV. Welcome along to the evening show, everybody. Please get liking the video and please do subscribe if you are watching for the first time. I'm Adam. And yes, again, another day of ups and downs around Manchester United, ifs, buts and maybes, but we have some news from The Athletic. We want to get into that and a couple of articles there as well. I want to have my opinion on a player like Callum Wilson. I want to have my opinion on a few other things as well regarding Manchester United's forwards and strikers, what is the right fit and how we move forward. Anthony scored a goal, everyone, by the way. It was a penalty and we lost a friendly behind closed doors, 3-1 to Burnley. If you didn't watch me and Saeed earlier on today, thank you so much for them who did. Go and watch the video back after you finished the live stream tonight, everyone. It was a great video. We were live outside Old Trafford earlier on today. My video with Saeed is up at 7:30 on Saeed TV as well, guys. So do go across straight after this live stream has finished and watch that. We had a ball, to be honest. We talked everything about Manchester United, what was right in terms of who should be going, how long it takes to get them players out, and obviously the right type of player to come in. Very interesting right now. Like the general consensus and what came out of that video this morning was that, you know what, Manchester United fans are not even looking at the actual incomings at the moment. Everything is about the outgoings. It's like there's like zero focus. But I want to talk about Ivan Toney as well, because that is a big story that's come about. A link between Greenwood and Toney. That's where I'm going to go this morning. But first of all, guys, I did have an announcement to make. Yes, when you start doing well and like your guys' contribution to the channel, picking it up, more subscribers, the likes, the comments, I told you it would help the channel moving forward. And we have the announcement tonight of our first partnership. SofaScore has joined the team of FUTV. Forever United TV joining up with SofaScore. They reached out for me, a fantastic app. Updates on all sports, every sporting event. You can catch up with the cricket in India if you fancy that. More importantly, we like the football updates, team news, transfer news, goal updates, everything sharp. Snap it right to you phone, guys. They are now partners with Forever United TV. The QR code is right there on your screen, guys. All I want you to do is just scan that QR code, download the app. It is completely free. That is it. It all helps the channel. It helps us grow. If you cannot work the QR code, drop down in the description below. Click the link. It is right there, guys. That's it. All you have to do is click the link. Download the app. It helps the channel. It helps SofaScore. They are a fantastic app. Ranked 23 on the App Store as well, guys. Fantastic stuff, as always. You know I like saying fantastic, don't you? But yeah, this app really is. Really impressed with it. They reached out to us. We're now on board with them and our first partnership here on FUTV. Big up to the SofaScore crew. Guys, please do just download the app there. It is free. Nothing to pay, just enjoy the quality that comes with it. It is sharp, fast, and all your updates right to your phone instantly. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic again. Fantastic. I love it. Ollie, bit of Ollie in there. But yeah, let's move on with the show, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Hope you're all fantastic and doing well. Yeah, there was a bit of social media beef going. I don't know what was going on there. I really don't. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Anyway, moving on. If you know, you know. Football, Adam. Let's get on with it. Anyway, Ivan Toney. Guys, let me know what you think regarding Ivan Toney, because first of all, why has Ivan Toney come up? Well, clearly, no one can afford him in January, and everyone is looking towards their budgets towards the summer. The transfer window in the summer is a completely different kettle of fish to the one it is now. This is the most dullest, drabbest transfer window I can remember since that yellow bar was screening across on Sky Sports News. Nothing is going on because Financial Fair Play and PSR has literally got everyone pinned up against the wall and they can't do anything. It's like empty your pockets. There's nothing there. Like the summer is going to be one of them crazy ones. I mean, we were talking earlier on today. It was like, can you imagine what excitement there is going to be around Manchester United when it comes to this summer transfer window. I mean, oh my God, seriously, there's so much to sort out and the possibilities of what could come in. Now, there's been a sneaky rumour going around about Atletico Madrid trying to hijack Mason Greenwood. We know that Barcelona are very, very keen on Mason Greenwood. And we know that Real Madrid are interested as well. Obviously, Getafe have already put a bid in for Greenwood that we have turned down. But it's now come to our attention. And this is just a rumour at the moment. I think United will just shut this down because I think we do need to get Mason Greenwood back in the summer at least just to see where everything is. Now, the talk has been moving towards more of Greenwood being sold in the summer in recent weeks. I've seen it. Most people are going down that way and I can understand it as well. I mean, we like everyone's opinions on this show. We like just to get as many thoughts of Manchester United fans across as possible. It is what this channel is all about. And sorry guys, I've just forgot something in the chat before I go on. General Foodie has gifted a membership which Richard Hawkins has taken. Welcome to the members club, Richard. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, General Foodie. And the Crazy Irishman, first donation of a membership. Thank you very much, my friend. And who has taken that one? It is Ian Elkins. Thank you very much to Crazy Irishman and Ian. Welcome back to the members club, my friends. Hope you're good. Make sure you do give the people a like, not a like, or you can give me a like. Make sure you give the people a thank you in the comment section, guys, for them donations as well. They are much appreciated. And again, all goes to helping the channel. But yeah, please do give the video a like. Let's see if we can get over that 100 like mark before that 10-minute mark comes up. Well on track, everybody. But yeah, I need to go back to Mason Greenwood before I get completely sidetracked. Thank you for Kaz for just reminding me there of them donated memberships. I love you all for doing it. Greenwood and the opinions on Greenwood, going back to that, are, yeah, I put out a good case as to why I think Mason Greenwood will be back in the Manchester United shirt come the summer. I think he fits all positions. Can United handle the beef and the aggro which comes Mason Greenwood's way when he does come back? Are they willing to do that? Are they just looking for a clean slate, fresh start, less drama the better? That's how we're looking at Mason Greenwood right now. I feel like that's where it's heading, or the noises are heading that way with Ineos and what is happening there. But Atleti actually want to come in and hijack the loan deal right now, then carry on with Mason Greenwood on a 6-month loan from now until the end of the season with an obligation to buy at the end of that. Now, that is just a story that is coming about, but this is what kind of attention Mason Greenwood is grabbing right now. So if that is complete false news, I'm not really bothered about that right now because we know Mason Greenwood is not going to be at Manchester United this season. It's all going to happen in the summer, as we know. So looking at Mason Greenwood's situation right now, I feel Manchester United are in a position where let's just let him play out the rest of the season and then we'll deal with it as quickly as possible. I think Manchester United are working on Mason Greenwood behind the scenes right now, and I think that is the main aim out of all of this. I think we're looking at him being a make way, or, well, I've said all along, I think he's an £100 million player. People have laughed at me and said that you must be smoking something, Adam. I honestly do. I'm going to stick to that as well. I think he is worth it. I understand the situation, and they're trying to take advantage of the situation we're in by saying we're going to just take this guy off your hands, hassle-free. There's 40, 50 million. It's not enough for me, to be honest. And I'm still trying to read into the Getafe clause of 20% sell-on as well, and if that actually is genuine. I'm still trying to find out if that is real. I still don't believe it, but I can't find anything that says otherwise. So United need to get a decent amount of money. A quick chat from our man DJ John there, who has just renewed his membership. 2 months proud member now, and it's minus 24 today. DJ John, honestly, you deserve a medal for working in them temperatures. How do you survive in that? I suppose you actually just get used to it. You must do. But minus 24, I mean, seriously. We've had some dodgy weather here in Manchester over the last couple of weeks, but nothing near minus 24. Good God, that is horrendous. But, yeah, get your thoughts on Mason. We just passed the 100 like mark, guys. Thank you very much. We talked about prices of Mason Greenwood and everything like that. The hijacking, possibly, of Atleti, bringing in another offer of pretty similar sort of standing to what we did with Alvaro Fernandez, whereas he was on loan at Granada. Then Benfica have come in and cancelled that and took him on for another 6 months, and there is a buy option at the end of that. Very similar to what apparently Atleti are offering Manchester United for Mason Greenwood. But if it's true or it's not true, he's gathering momentum and he is grabbing attention more than anything else. He looks like he is going to be fetching. When you've got 3 big clubs in Spain all bidding, the price has to go up. So naturally I'm thinking, okay, at least we're going to be able to get some money for Greenwood. I think with the amount of noise that's going on right now, it should be an easy sell for Mason Greenwood. I think we are going to get a decent amount of money for it, and it goes in the coffers. Huggy Boy has just donated a membership. Verbal Kin has taken that. Welcome to the members club, my friend. Alcohol makes it easier, says DJ John, in dealing with minus 24 temperatures. Very, very good. Very good. I like how you're dealing with that, mate. I'm all for that. A bit of a tipple, never hurt anybody. But Mason Greenwood, for me, I feel brings Ivan Toney into the equation. I need to talk about Ivan Toney as well, because this is where the story of tonight is and what I want to talk about. The conversation comes about because it looks like we're selling Mason Greenwood. That's where I feel Laurie Whitwell from The Athletic is talking. And interesting enough, within, it's like a hidden message in Laurie's piece regarding Manchester United. Very interesting in terms of how he's actually wrote it out. It's like Erik ten Hag is very, very keen on Robbie from Ajax. He's very keen on him. But in the same sentence, Manchester United are monitoring Ivan Toney. Erik ten Hag, Robbie, Manchester United, Toney. I feel like this is how it is going to be now going forward. I feel like, and what is a worry for me for Erik ten Hag and him staying at Manchester United, it's like the club are looking for their targets. Ten Hag can talk about what he wants and everything that he thinks is good. He's not getting anyone in January. Laurie also went in on this same article talking about how finances are that tight, we cannot even bring in a loan signing. So don't expect anything to happen in this last week of the window is what I'm saying, guys. It is a case of go with what you've got and make it work, Eric. I don't like the Robbie signing. I don't. Some people may think he looks decent. He's not been consistent enough for me. I'd rather someone like, if I was looking at a striker and had to choose out of what was available out there, knowing that we are sort of hamstrung by finances, then we are looking probably, for me, the Xerxes sort of signing. I think I prefer a player like that more. And I just think that the Robbie one, again, another link with an Ajax player is no good for Manchester United. It's not. So I'd rather go with what the club are thinking, and that way I think we can all be confident that it's the new structure of what is going on, and we can actually move forward. Sorry, there's a lot of noise going on. Right, moving on. I want to get your comments on Mason Greenwood first of all, but give me your opinions on Ivan Toney, guys. I want to know about, does Toney fit into our team? I mean, Saeed said it this morning as well. He said, I like the look of Toney. I think he would suit Manchester United. That's the type of player we need. I do agree that forward line, we definitely need another option. For me, if Ivan Toney came in, I think Hojlund goes out. We just got no room for Hojlund if that happens. So Ivan Toney, I feel, is a good striker, but the latter ages now, late 20s, he's coming towards the back end of his career. No, plenty of time in him, I know that, yeah, and you will get a few successful seasons out of him, but honestly, I would rather build a team around Hojlund, and that may sound crazy to a lot of people. And I just feel like Toney is that player now who is ready-made for a team that is already purring, already running well, and just needs that final touch. Which is why I say, like, Arsenal, I think he fits in really well for Arsenal. I think he is ready for a team that has actually got everything in place. He can just come and slot in. This would have been a perfect signing for Sir Alex Ferguson era for me. I feel like this is that type of signing. You only bring a player like this in if you are ready and you know you need that exact player. He's perfect for Arsenal for me. They've got everything else working but no one to put the ball in the back of the net. So I feel like Toney is definitely the right move for them. But for us, I don't think so. I really don't. I really don't think Toney's a fit for Manchester United. I think I'd rather build a team around Hojlund, to be honest. I think we've got more potential there. He's younger, and I feel like there's a future there for Manchester United. I think that's what we can start seeing structure-wise in the football club, and I think that's what's important, I think, for Ineos as well and how they want to build. I think he is one for us for a long time. And Toney, I think it's a quick fix again. Even though he is just 27, he's going to fetch a massive amount of money. I don't think United have got that money to spend. Honestly, I would take someone a bit cheaper from from another division like Xerxes, someone like that over someone like Ivan Toney. Honestly, I would. I think that's the right move for Manchester United going forward right now. It brings in the conversation regarding Callum Wilson as well. I'll touch on him in a minute. I just want to get some of your comments in right now. Like, subscribe, and we will make... liked, subscribed, and my will made out to FUTV. Don't tell my wife. Right, sorry, Richard. Completely mixed up with the way you wrote that message out there. Gavin says, all we have to do is do a glazer and totally ignore the nonsense from the media. Eventually, they will find another target. We need to be strong and think about the future. He's 100 million easy. Rory, Anthony is 90, Mason is 150. In terms of what, Rory? Price tags? That can't be right, surely? No way. I don't know what you're smoking there, Rory. Surely you don't mean that, do you? Elaborate, please, buddy. The groundwork over the next few months is vital to make the summer window successful. Very true. Mike Sharp says, Ineos won't be bent over like the other idiots that were in charge. No, I'm with you on that. Definitely not. That's why DJ John always makes me feel cold. True. Dave says, I would bring Mason back unless we get 60 plus. He's far better than any forwards we have. He's young. He's a young lad. Time to move on and let him rebuild his career. He's a dad now, so he will mature. A few people have been saying that. Is there enough of that? Are United willing to take what is coming their way with the criticism right now? That's what we don't know, and I think that's what we're all waiting to try and find out. You know my thoughts, Adam. We should bring him back. Can play any of the forward options. Chris says, I'd look at the whole situation of the family and Mason, after which I would consider the possibility of him staying at United. Another Ajax player says, DJ John, we don't want that from Brother. We need wingers who cross. We probably have got wingers who cross. They just choose not to because of the way that Ten Hag has got them playing. I think that's the worry right now. Andrew Ellis, Ireland needs to improve his build-up play than trying to be a WWE star. I'm not convinced in Hojlund as he isn't that good. We need Eze next season and sell Bruno. I disagree with Eze. I don't think we need wingers, mate. Honestly, I don't. I think priority right now needs to be central midfield, centre-back and a right-back. That's where we need to go. If Mason comes back with them 3 signings, you could be looking at a different kettle of fish altogether. United Spotlight says, we should be replacing Hojlund. He's not ready yet. A couple of years under the likes of Toney would do him a lot of good. He won't be at United. He won't be at United in 2 years. Hojlund on this form, if the 2-year thing stands, that Barada said, but he hasn't had he hasn't had a decent team playing behind him, has he? Look how bad the players are behind him right now. I think we're being a bit too harsh on Hojlund. The criticism is going to come because of his lack of goals. It really is. I understand that, and the argument is there. It's a case of Hojlund with the right team. Can he produce? Hojlund right now, you're giving him a bit of leeway because he's got no service. I mean, yes, like Andrew said, he does need to work on his build-up play, but the system needs to change as well. Erik ten Hag needs to make the team work around Hojlund. When you buy a player like that, you give him the best chance possible. We just don't play. We've got 3 individuals up front at the moment, not playing as a cohesive unit, and that's the biggest problem of all. We've got no system. We've got no style of play. Hojlund cannot make the runs necessary. I agree, wasted chances against Wigan. You've got to put them chances in the back of the net. You do. You really do. So for me, Hojlund just needs the right team behind him. I don't know what you guys think. I mean, keep your questions and keep your comments coming in. Also, keep the likes coming in as well. I'm just going to get a poll running right now. 1 second, guys. Okay, poll is up right now, guys. Let me know what you think about this one. It's kind of a little setup, to be honest, but I'm just going to put it up there right now. Have you downloaded the SofaScore app yet? If you are just joining the show, we have our first partner here on FUTV, SofaScore, right there at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. If you just scan that QR code, it is free to download and is the best sporting score update, news, transfers, squad news, injuries, everything. Not just football, across all sports across the world. Ranked 23 in the App Store as well. They've approached us. They are our first partner here on FUTV, and it's an absolute pleasure to have them along. So please support the channel and SofaScore by just downloading the app for free. That would be fantastic. Thank you so much. If you have voted no in the poll, then get onto it, please. Please. It's free, and it all helps everyone. And it is a really good app, to be honest. It will benefit you as well as a football fan. Yeah, moving on to your comments. Hojlund actually needed Sancho as he is the only one who can create chances for him. I actually think Palestre would have created chances for him. I don't know what Ahmad is going to be like when he comes in. So I think we're up. It's going to be really intriguing, and we'll go into the game a bit more on tomorrow's shows for Newport and what team Erik ten Hag is going to pick. By the way, the players that played in that friendly, some of the players that were in it, the likes of Maguire, Shaw, Anthony, Casemiro, Martinez, Evans, all featured, and we still lost 3-1 to Burnley. So, yeah, doesn't sound too good. Doesn't sound very optimistic for us, but still, they were all playing there. They've all got game time, so he's got a big squad to choose from for this game. So, let's see if we do actually get some minutes out of Ahmad. I would love to see that. I want to see where his progression goes under Ten Hag from now until the end of the season. Will he be the key? Will he be linked? The problem he's got is he's got Anthony there who he's desperate to try and get into this team and make work. So you've got to look at Ten Hag and all of this and making it work for Hojlund as well. But would you take Toney? That's the simple. Just put in the comment section right now, everybody. Would you take Toney over at Manchester United? I'm going to just quickly end that poll. Only 25% of you guys in the chat right now have downloaded the SofaScore app. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Get doing it. It is our first partner. Please get involved with our first partner here on FUTV. I appreciate that. Thank you. But yes, I'm going to go actually do a poll right now. Let's just see where everyone is at regarding Manchester United striker. Who would you take? Who would you take? Right, okay, I'm going to test you all now. Let's see where you're at. See which type of striker. Okay. There we go. Let's see what you've got. I'll give you 3 options. Who would you... Oh, God, no, I don't want a 4th option. We don't need a 4th. Right, there you go. Okay, who would you rather have? Toney, Wilson, not Tony Wilson, bless his soul, Hojlund. Who is your... Right, I mean, Wilson is just in there because I feel like he's going to be an option for someone. That's one end of the scale. An old past it for me. Still got something, but not reliable enough striker. Toney, perfectly ready-made to come into your team. Great injury record. He's going to fit right in there at Manchester United. For you, I don't think he is for me, but let me know what you think. I'll stick with Hojlund and try and build around Hojlund. Let me know what you think. DJ John says he believes in Hojlund. Where is that poll going? Yes, as I thought it might. Very, very close, but we'll let that run for a while. See where you guys are at. So I'm going to get into some of your comments now as well. I take Toney. He wants to take Kane's throne for England. So he's clearly hungry and willing to graft, says Gary. I mean, his first game back, and the little cheating scandal about moving the ball line and the free kick. I don't know. I think he cheated there, but he's got away with it, it would seem. Inside of United is in the house as well. He's given us the update regarding the players that were playing in that friendly the other day. If you're not following me on Twitter, please do. He's the man for all the injury update stuff. Cheers for that, buddy. Can you let us know, actually, how the players played? Anything interesting? Anything encouraging? A goal for Anthony from the penalty spot. I mean, how desperate are we to get Anthony off the mark when he's taking a penalty in a behind-the-scenes friendly against Burnley? Wow, man. Lee says, Hojlund will be amazing, but our wingers need to give him service and stop being greedy. Can we see Rashi and Anthony doing that right now? I can't. Things have to massively change, as we know. Yes, they think things have to change at Manchester United. And this is on Ten Hag. He has to get into these players how we can get the most out of Rasmus Hojlund. Otherwise, it's pointless him being there. The graveyard shift, as most people would say. Only a couple, not a couple, but 20 odd likes away from the 200 mark. Let's see if we can do that, guys. Please get onto it right now. Everyone in the chat, like the video. Fantastic, thank you. Anthony Williamson says, I'd have Toney with Hojlund, but Wilson with him would be a good short term. Kane's not getting dropped till he retires because he's a Southgate pet, says Mark LFC. I think with him gone at the end of these Euros, Gareth Southgate, it'd be interesting to see how he changes things up. Or whoever the manager is coming in, how he changes things up, actually, Mark. Ricky Jones, Hojlund all day. If he was at any other club, he would be scoring. It's down to no service. Stephen says, none of these lads would get a sniff in with our boy Rashi on the wing. I think me and Saeed were talking about Rashford earlier on as like one of the key, say, protagonists. Big talking points over the summer, I think, Rashford. He is going to be a big talking point because he's going to be one of these players that you look at under that Barada mould. If you're not continuously doing it, another 2 years goes past and it hasn't improved, then you're going to be moved on. Like I said before, I don't think Rashford is in a place to be moved on yet. If the right price came in for Rashford in the summer, I would sell him. I would. It's my honest opinion. I think it's time to move on. I think he would benefit from a fresh start elsewhere as well. I would move him on if the right price came in. I don't think it's going to happen because Manchester United have other priorities in the window. There's so much more work to do. Ala Sancho, Greenwood, Anthony, I think they're all ahead of him in players that United need to move on from that forward line. So I think Rashford gets away with it for at least a year. And then I think what we're looking at, then he'll have 3 years left or something like that. 2 or 3 years left on his contract after next season. And then I think we might get a decision on Marcus Rashford moving on. I think it'll be his last big move. And I think Manchester United may be forced into moving Rashford on because, honestly, if a new manager came in now, do you think he would play Rashford? If you're going off form and you just came into Manchester United, do you think a new manager would play Marcus Rashford right now? I don't think he would. I really don't think he would. I think you'd look at what these players are giving. And right now, when you see Rashford's numbers, that's what Rashford has lived off all his career. His numbers, he has put up the numbers. He has got a half-decent scoring record. Last season, he proved that he can do it and sustain it. But he has had one bad season, one good season, now another bad season. Is that sustainable enough for Manchester United to be up there challenging with the likes of Manchester City? I don't think it is. And that's where United need to be aiming. So for me, Rashford can be part of the process that works and gets us getting back into the top 4. I think Hojlund is long-term. I think he can get better and better with better service and better players around him. I think Garnacho's a definite stay. I think he will grow, and I'm impressed with how he's taken to the pressures of Manchester United. I really am. I think he has got a serious future. I don't think he's a flash-in-the-pan player. I don't think we're looking at the Yanazais of this world with Garnacho. I think he's got a little bit more, and I'm really looking forward to how he develops and fills out and see if he gets quicker and starts to learn a little bit more. The other side, I think that's where the problem is, and why I've brought up Ahmad before. I think Ahmad needs to see a bit of game time so we can actually judge him properly. Will Ten Hag do it? I honestly don't think he will. I think he'll go with his tried and trusted, and that being Toney, that being Rashford on that side when Garnacho's playing, or vice versa. And when Sancho comes back and Greenwood comes back in the summer, are we going to have enough to get rid of 3 players from that right-hand side? A Greenwood, a Sancho and an Toney. I don't think we have, and that's why Rashford will still be there. Hojlund 100%, but our wingers and number 10 need to find him instead of shooting soon as they get to the box. A few more questions and comments coming in. Don't think you would sign Rashford. Don't know what that means, but no, if I've seen him and I've seen what he was doing right now, and I was maybe a chairman or CEO or recruitment officer from another club, I would be like, nah, not worth the money. But PSG would definitely sign Marcus Rashford. I think that is a move which is, I think that fits, to be honest. I think Rashford moving to Paris definitely fits. I feel like that is something that can actually happen. I think United will get good money for Rashford. I do. I think they get good money for Rashford, good money for Greenwood, good money for Sancho. Not sure about Toney. We have got possibilities there of funding a bit of a rebuild here, but it's going to come over 2 or 3 year period. I said I don't think we're going to be able to get that much work done in the summer. Although it looks like they're going to give it a bloody good try, don't they? A few more. I don't think Garnacho has that high ceiling for me. Not good enough too. Andrew, I think you're being harsh. This is the guy that will learn and get better. He doesn't stop running. He's not afraid to try and take someone on and lose the ball and then just disappears. He's not afraid to just keep on going. He'll keep going. And you know what? With the right team beside him and the right setup and a consistent lineup and someone he can actually work down that side with, who he knows is going to be there week in, week out, then I think we can see more from him. I really do. Lee Browning's on his way out. See you later, Lee. Anthony got to be the worst signing fee-wise in United's history. We already had Sancho for a right wing, and then we blew 82 million on Toney, who has been shocking to say the least. He's not the only one, by the way. No, he's not the only one, but I'm sort of with you on the Toney one. It is going to go down as a complete and utter flop job, isn't it, really? They're trying their best to bring Toney back to some form of form. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. I want him to. I do. I actually rated Toney last year. I thought he was getting too much stick, but this year I can't unsee what I'm watching. He has been absolutely dreadful. He's offered nothing at all. I think I remember seeing him have one good game. I think he was decent in the Arsenal away game early on in the season. Thought he was all right. So for me, again, Toney, I think the club will be looking to move him on in the summer. I don't think he's got enough in him. I don't think he's placed in terms of favourability in starting lineups well enough in Manchester United and Ten Hag's eyes now to consistently get games to try and improve. He needs a run of games. I don't think he's going to get a run of games. That's the problem with United. It's like Mason Mount could come in, but you know Bruno's not going to miss more than 2 games. Mason Mount's not going to get enough game time to even try and find some form back. By the way, United Insider confirmed that obviously Mason Mount is not fully ready yet. He wasn't playing against Burnley in the game behind closed doors. Not quite there yet. Maybe Wolves, maybe West Ham, possibly. Still training, but yeah, I would sort of earmark the West Ham game if I was to hazard a guess, which is a week on Sunday, for Mason Mount even being like considered for Manchester United's lineup. It would be a big ask. Let's get to the poll and see where you guys are at. So I asked you, which striker would you take? Toney, Wilson or Hojlund? Hojlund is winning the poll 50% to 42 on Toney. We're going to shut that one down now. Cheers for voting in the poll, everybody. Make sure you give the video a like. We're just creeping up to the 250 mark. Just under 4.5 in the room with us right now. Thank you so much. Make sure you do scan the QR code on the screen there. Our latest partner is in the house tonight as well with us. SofaScore, great football app with all your updates, team news, transfer information, instant scores on all football and other sports across the world. So yes, you can keep an eye on England's cricket over in India if you like that sort of thing. But yes, please do. Thank you very much for joining us, obviously, and keep liking and getting your comments in. That's what I'm into right now. I want to know where you guys are at. This is a full-on debate show with you guys here right now. I can see some of you arguing amongst each other in the chat as well, which is good. Let's just keep it clean. John Ralph, the only mitigating factor with Anthony is the off-the-field issues. Mentally, is he even in the game? Ten Hag has used that as an excuse. He said the off-field stuff is definitely hampering, but he still wants to play him. So he must be all right then. Or is that mismanagement? You tell me. I think that is. If he knows he isn't right and it's affecting him, then surely you can't play him, can you? You cannot play him. Not me. Rashford, Martial and Anthony and Sancho all out, says Lee Brown. I don't think it would be any worse. I don't. It just depends what comes in the other direction. Replying to Andrew Ellis is Mr. Miracle. It says his ceiling definitely isn't as high as everyone is making out. He can play across the forward line and plenty of time to improve. Important thing about Garnacho at the moment is his attitude. His attitude is good at the moment. That's what I like. That's what I like. Someone's shouting out Matic. He just moved to Lyon as well. Nemanja is moving again. Do subscribe if you are new to the channel, guys. This is Forever United TV. I'm Adam. I bring you all your news live wherever I am, whenever I can. And if you like your straight talking, then this is the channel for you. No bull. We just say it as it is. No agendas either. Even if Bruno's bad, and everyone knows I love Bruno. If he's bad, he's bad. I'll say it as it is. I still think there's a place for Bruno, though. It's going to upset a few people, I know. But, hey, there's worse in the team. There is worse in the team. Ed says, Rashi should be sold as soon as he starts scoring again. His inconsistency makes him bad value for money. It's like if the offer was there, right now you take it. But if Rashford was scoring again, would we even be debating Rashford leaving? That's the fickleness of being a football fan, isn't it? It is. It's like, sell him now because he's bad. Let's take what we can. But if he was scoring goals and playing well, you'd be like, well, we can't let that go, can we? It's like last season, it's like, no, we can't let Marcus Rashford go. He scored 30 goals. It's his most consistent season. The first player to hit 30 goals since Robin Van Persie. And now this season, we're like, yeah, we need to sell him straight away. He's got to go. He's got to go. He's poor. I mean, for me, Marcus Rashford's attitude is a big issue. That's what I don't like about him. I think he has got all the talent that a forward needs. He just doesn't show it enough. I don't think he's got the confidence to show it enough. I think he feels sorry for himself too much. And alongside me slagging off Anthony Martial as well, I do think Rashford has been part of a problem at Manchester United. How we've looked at him as being the benchmark and the pin-up boy of the football club, and he just hasn't got the capabilities on the pitch to hold that. He hasn't. He's not good enough to hold that. Adam, regarding Anthony, he's a left winger, so why not play him on the left? Well, he's a left footer who plays on the right. That's what he's been playing under Ten Hag. We might see a real player when he's on the right. He just keeps cutting in. On the left, we might see him crossing. Ten Hag said his crossing's great from his time at Ajax. I've just not seen any of it at all in the United shirt. I don't see anything that's going to encourage me to think it's going to come either. Anthony needs to train on his right foot or just play him on the left and see what he's got. You don't know until you give it a go. You don't. Are we confident that Ten Hag is going to give it a go? I don't think so. I think he's going to continue playing him on the bleeding right. He had a perfect opportunity in the game against Spurs to bring him onto the right-hand side. He just swapped the forwards that were on the pitch and just made Anthony go back on the left. I just don't see. I don't see what Ten Hag sees in him on that left-hand side. It's not good enough on the right-hand side, so he's just not good enough. 17 Dragons. Adam, Rashford isn't scoring because the same reason Hojlund isn't scoring. Bad service. Rashford's attitude again. That's my issue with him, 17 Dragons. It is. It really is the attitude of him. You just see him there mopsing around, feeling sorry for himself. I think he can score more goals. I understand the service side of it. It is bad. It is really bad. And you do have that sympathy for all the forwards. But still, Rashford, I just feel, from the position on the left-hand side, I don't think we'd have a problem with his goal scoring if he was just committed and actually causing problems for defences. He's not causing problems for defences. He just looks scared. He looks scared to take a player on. And that's something that we can't have. We can't have players like that we've got to carry through a game. That's why I like Garnacho. He may make the wrong decision. He keeps on going. He keeps on going. He may make a couple or more, but eventually he gets it right. He's not scared of making a mistake. And that's what a Manchester United player needs. You cannot be scared of hitting it over. You can't be scared. Never be afraid to miss. I think that's what Garnacho has got. I think Rashford, his pace is his game, and I feel like if he comes up against a fullback who he knows is quicker than him, he just doesn't bother. He don't want to be embarrassed because he has got that pace about him, but he just hasn't got enough change up in his game for me. He's not got enough variation, and I don't think it's working for him. I sort of did like him on the right-hand side. I think he is better on his natural foot on that side, going down the wing, and we've seen a couple of crosses from him. I actually think he's had his better performances on the right in a weird way, but when you score 30 goals the season before, you're expected, again, to start producing the season after, and he's unable to do that. He really is. Rashford needs to track back. He doesn't do enough of that, Michael. You're dead right. He's not physical enough. He's not willing to put a foot in. Therefore, always struggling. He's going to be his full-back that's on that same side as him. Welcome to the Members Club. Jace, latest member of the stream tonight. I think that's 4 new members we've got tonight. Fantastic. Love it. Really appreciate all of your contributions, guys. And please do scan the QR code and join the SofaScore team. They are the latest partnership for us here on FUTV, Forever United TV. It is free to download. Just drop in a link in the description or just scan the QR code there, bottom right of your screen. Thank you very much. The join button is right there below as well, or is a link also if you want to be a member of FUTV in the description also. Thank you guys again. Hello Adam. Sorry if you covered this. Would you want Wilson from Newcastle? Darren, it's okay. We're welcome to come in at any time of the stream. I know people have been out working. And to answer the question, no, I would not want Wilson. 31, injury prone, can't rely on him. Would want to come in and actually play. Again, he's a player that would come in and be a number in a squad. The only striker I would accept at Manchester United at the moment is someone who is going to be good enough to move Hojlund away. I don't see a point in buying another squad player. For me, and I don't mean this in disrespect to Wilson, but it's another Weghorst. It is. It is. He'd probably score a few more goals and he's got a bit more about him. I don't mean that in any sort of like negative way or negative slant on Callum Wilson. I think he is a better player, but honestly, I still prefer Hojlund to play to Wilson. I would. I think the poll that we did earlier on is definitely backing that up. A couple more likes away from the 250 mark, guys. Thank you. Loving that. Plenty of people in the chat with us tonight. Let's get a few more comments before we finish up. Shaw is worse than Rashford. Another debate we've been having, Andrew. I think the jury is out on Luke Shaw right now. I think he has to have an excellent end of the season or people are going to be looking at maybe Luke Shaw. And I said this is where I had a problem with Alvaro Fernandez going and being such a cheap buy option for Benfica if they wanted him to actually stay at Benfica. I think, you know what, Luke Shaw's not getting any younger. You could have had a player coming through underneath Luke Shaw there in Alvaro. And Malassia's been missing forever and a day. And that's a concern how long he's been out for. And I think Alvaro could have learnt that. I think he could have got some game time and we would have seen what he's about. Benfica have now taken him. Cheap option to buy in the summer. I think United have got the buyback option, which is good. But, yeah, Luke Shaw again. Questions. There's a lot of United senior players that are causing us problems right now. An awful lot. And we can't lose them all. All of them can't go. We need to have some form of experience in that team. It has to be a bit more balanced. We can't just get rid of everyone. So your senior players at Manchester United would be the likes of... tell me which one of these senior players isn't up for scrutiny at the moment. So you got Rashford for me. You got Bruno Fernandes. You've got Casemiro. You've got Rafael Varane. Scott McTominay, Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw. 7 players there. So 2/3 of a team. There are senior players. Not one of them is pulling up any trees or really building a case for them to actually stay at Manchester United under Ineos. Which is again why I am really interested and really intrigued to see how they now look at the situation, what's going on above them, and how they actually conduct themselves on the pitch. Because I understand the effort-wise, but yeah, effort is effort. But effort can be in a totally different way. It can be put out on the pitch the wrong way. Yeah, you're running up and down, you're running around like an headless chicken. And for me, that's Bruno Fernandes. I can't criticise his effort, but I don't think he's using it right. I don't. I think he's an headless chicken, and we need to harness it a little bit, and then we can get the most out of him. You can run up and down all day, and you can look at the stats after the game. Look how many miles he's run. Look how much distance he's covered. Look how many tackles he's put in. Look how many passes he's made. Stats. Yeah, the big stat is in that top left-hand corner. Why is this team, with all of them stats and running around, not been able to produce a chance to put a notch on the scoreboard? That's the big important stat in all of this. If it's not working as a team, then the amount of effort you put in is irrelevant. It is. You've got to work hard, but you have to work hard within a system. Otherwise, it's wasted energy. And I think that's what United are at the moment. I'm not disregarding their effort and what they're putting in. I think they are putting effort in. I think they are trying. I really do. I just think it's blind alleys, though. I think it's like running in the wrong direction. It is. Andrew, Casemiro is class act with Iran. We need to keep them as they are leaders. They are. I think we will keep them, but I think they'll both be gone in the summer, Andrew. United spotlights. Rashford isn't and wasn't as good as Vardy. No way Vardy had what Rashford had, and twice the efforts and attitude. Charles says... we need to get rid of most of them. Adam Fernandes has to stay since he is the captain, and we are losing Casemiro. Eriksen needs to go. Eriksen's another one, really. No legs. And McCasper does nada. McCasper, that's another name. Mick Sideways, McCasper. Any new ones? I'm just going to check up on some news. What's that news that's just come in there? Just in, Manchester United strongly interested in Gilson Bremer. I don't know too much about him. United have been following him for a lot of months, and they are expected to make a move in the summer. That's from Damasio. Okay, Bremer. I think that's how you pronounce it. You know what I'm like with my pronunciations. Is he a Juve centre forward? He is. I don't know too much about him at all. I'll be honest, I don't watch too much of Serie A. I'm not the most well up on that. But yeah, that's another player United have been linked with. Again, you can add it to the list. Another player, is it good enough? Who are United scouting, and how is the scouting network going to work right now? Is it going to be a case of Manchester United's new structure comes in and looks at what the current regime have been scouting and goes, nope. Maybe. It's good. How's it going to work? That's interesting, because United obviously cannot stand still, no matter how long it takes, and no matter how long United's new structure of sporting director and recruitment officer and things like that come, then you've got to still be doing your work behind the scenes. We've got 40-odd, 50-odd scouts out there, Manchester United, doing their work. So, no, for me, I think there is a list there of players we've been working on, but I don't know how Manchester United fix it. I don't know how we work it. I don't know how Ineos actually implement what's going on. There has to be one big meeting. I'm sure it'll be a case of what you're working on, who you're looking at. Right, this is the direction we're going in. We either look at and pick out some that might work. I don't want to, though. I'd rather just have a complete fresh start. I'd rather us now start working from now until the end of the season under the new regime and just go, right, okay, what have we got at the end? That's what's important. That's what's important. Guys, please do give the video a like. We're past the 250 mark. Please subscribe to the channel if you are watching for the first time. I'm going to go through a few more messages and try and get as much as I can before we finish up. Try and give you guys a little bit longer tonight as well. I know I can't read loads of comments when we're doing the live outside because it's a bit difficult with the smaller screen and looking at another screen while trying to film. So we will work on that as well. We've got ideas for dealing with that, but yeah. So I'm just going to do a few more on tonight's show to give you guys a chance. If you put on the red shirts, I'll always respect you, but I don't support a player. I support a club and its ethos from its foundation. And the majority of the players are not good enough, says Richard. Just lays it out there. Lays it all out there. The link for SofaScore is in the chat as well, guys. Please do just download the app. It is free and is the best app out there for updates on all of your team information, international, club, transfers, updates, score, team news, injury news, everything. Get on it. It's QR code bottom right corner of the screen, or it's in the live chat, or it's actually in the description. You're surrounded. You might as well just do it. Charles Van Olsen says, the gameplay only works when everyone is on the same page. I'm saying that because he's put them words in capitals. Too many individuals playing / not playing for themselves. We should be targeting young players for our build, not established players. Which ones of the established players would you keep? I mean, guys, okay, let me just see now. I can't do a poll because there's too many. So we're doing a rebuild. We're looking for younger talent. I named 7 senior players there. I'll name them again. Just listen in for a minute so you can put them in. If you had to pick 2 of these 7, who would you keep? So Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire, Rafael Varane, Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, and let's say Christian Eriksen. I would say they're 7 well-seasoned players who've seen everything. Which ones of them, two of that 7, who would you keep? Get your comments in right now. Let's finish up with that. Which 2 of them 7 would you keep as your senior players? Because I think every one of them is up for being outed at Manchester United. So I'll give you 2 right now. Bearing in mind, this is just a game. I'm not saying that we are going to get rid of the other 5 this summer. It is going to take a bit of time. But if there was anyone in the team right now that you would want to keep that isn't going to be weaned out over the next 2 or 3 years, say, which one of them? Which 2 would you pick out of them? But can you count backwards, Adam? I can very well. Okay, here come the comments. I'm going to read them out as we come. Danny says Bruno and Varane. Barry says Shaw and Rashford. You've got to keep Shaw and Rashford. Wow. Didn't see that one coming. Andrew says Casemiro and Varane. All can go. Come on, Keith. Play the game. Come on, just play the game. I know you don't like them all. I understand your comment. Just play the game. Sick of the team rebuild. It's a constant rebuild. That's the problem, Chris. Varane and Bruno. Varane and Casemiro. Keep Rashford and Casemiro. Keep Varane, Bruno, Casemiro, Shaw. But they will only keep Bruno and Shaw. Varane, Casemiro. Bruno, Luke Shaw. Bruno, Rashford. Because they are never injured. Shaw and Rashford. Add enough with Bruno and Rashford, says Andrew. Where do you get Adam's head as an emoji? It's at the bottom. If you're a member, then you should be able to get it. If you click on the emoji tab at the bottom, the options for the stickers should come up. Kaz is right. We are going to get Ben to make a new Adam blonde-haired one. You failed again tonight to get the live 500 likes, guys. Sorry. No dyeing of the hair. But yes, that does conclude the show, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate all of your comments tonight. It was a great chat. All the new members, thank you very much. Much appreciated. And everyone who has downloaded the app. Our new partner, SofaScore, is now with us until the end of until the foreseeable future. It's a long-term partnership, and we are absolutely chuffed that they are on board with us. So please do scan the QR code. I'll drop down into the description. Download the app. It is free. So do support them. It does help us as well, and it helps the channel grow as well, everybody. Fantastic app for all of your sporting updates on every sport across the world, across the globe. But that is it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are out of here. Have a great rest of your evening. Hope you just stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your evening. There's not much more to add to that. And yeah, we are done and dusted. Like, share and subscribe as always, guys, especially if you're tuning in for the first time. I'm Adam, this is FUTV, and we're out of here. Have a good one.